Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be watching at least, hopefully, one major fight happening in SOS 1-3 here in, or we should say between, TFS, NOIR, AFS, NO2, and what maybe will be NFS, but it's probably really going to be more of a 2v1 overall between TFS, AFS, and NOIR. Keep in mind, in this KvK group, which is the largest one in KvK history, or the strongest thus far, even if only by a tidbit, EIS and BXS, EIL, SXB, they are out. That, of course, at least is for now, unless we end up seeing them doing a little bit of back attack, if you will, from Zone 1 or Zone 2s coming in. This has been, I don't even know exactly how many engagements currently AFS and TFS and NOIR have had. It's been more than a handful, I will say. I think I've seen at least 4 or 5, so this is probably getting more to about the 10th based on this time. They've been here for 3.5 hours at the moment. The fighting started at 16:30 UTC. Really liking the spread here from TFS and AFS. NOIR kind of going with 2 pockets, but could fill out the middle a little bit, but I like how wide we're going on the spread here from TFS and AFS, really arcing it out. This is actually really nice. I love how I have to go all the way up and down. This is exciting me. Now, they could fill this maybe a little bit on the edge, just not too much there. NOIR decently bunched and bundled, at least on that area. They could be spreading out a little bit more, but maybe their focus is going a little bit more kind of pocket dense pit heavy there. As I know we ended up seeing that from, God, what was it? There was a number of engagements I've seen over a couple KvKs where it seemed as though if they were running like heavy archers or something to that effect, right, that they were trying to kind of focus in the middle, so to speak, and then you ended up seeing like these 2 groups that were just going back at it, and it was just weird kind of how I guess some of the bunches played out, because like there was times where I would see 2 big groups and they were very archer heavy. This was, I think, last season. And they would be going at it. And you just didn't really see anyone that decided to spread, I guess, at that point. And part of me wondered, okay, well, is it because they were trying to, like, focus fire or target, even though, you know, the AoE, or they just weren't really equipped at that point to do a lot of heavy AoE because they were focus firing, so they didn't really seem, or sorry, because they were, like, single target focus firing, so it didn't really make sense, so to speak, to spread. Like, they basically wanted the names to be layered, so that way it would be harder to kind of find exactly who you wanted to target, which is an interesting way of doing it at that point. But now, here in SOS, interesting. So they're keeping, this is not bad play, really. They're keeping their lines intact while they're moving north, it looks like. Okay. So NOIR moved, TFS, AFS, okay, responding decently well there. Now, and this is the cool thing about moving your groups, is that there is a little bit of tactical and strategical play and awareness here, because if you are going to be moving your I guess we could say ball, if you will, or your side, you also have to be privy to where the landscape and the terrain is, so you, 1, don't get blocked into a smaller choke, 2, you don't run into some kind of dead end, and 3, you still have enough space to where you can transition, whether you are going to go into a ball or into a spread or into a banana, depending on what, or some kind of an arc, if you will. And so it is interesting to me because you can effortlessly find yourselves in positions where you, because of how you're moving, and you end up bottlenecked or blocked, your opponents can find advantages in being able to just have better spread than you and take more advantage of the AoE damage. So let's see here. So NOIR pushes a small group back through the valley. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Here's a great example right here of TFS, AFS, spreading. Could be spread a little bit more over here to the trees. Could also be spread a little bit here too as well. But notice how NOIR kind of finding themselves backed into this corner, right, basically at a dead end. And now TFS and AS kind of taking advantage of that. It looks like just having maybe some more numbers than they do, as clearly you can see the amount of NOIR units that are dying from the ball compared to the amount of AFS and TFS. Right, numbers advantages can play very heavily into having more favorable trades and ratios as well when you're going in the matchup. And up here, again, TFS, AFS still spreading a bit, right? NOIR taking the ball approach. And at times like these, it's almost, you know, one of the things I like to always look at is kind of behind each of the groups just to see how many units, like what's the rate at which units are dying. Because that can sometimes give you an indication on how fast a group is falling, how much overall damage do they have, what do the numbers advantages look like for one side or the other if they're incurring more deads than the other. Again, takes a little bit of time to pay attention to, and again, probably is also easier to do it on replays than necessarily in real time. But again, man, they're still showing up. And, you know, we're what? Let me see here. What do I have? Oh, I can't even look on my other one here because I wanted to check time. But let me see here. You know what we could do is I could do this, actually, which will probably be a little bit better. And that'll allow for me to pull up my time. So it's 2012, so 2016 UTC right now. So almost 4 hours that they've been going strong thus far. Let me increase some of the volume here. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, so it's, you know, this is the thing I've been wanting to pose to people. I would love to know from you all. Who do you think? Well, first and foremost, let's do this. How long do you think the PvP is going to last? Who do you think is going to win? And depending on how much PvP happens in the final zone, if that will affect your decision or not, will you conclude at that point that this season for the strongest KvK group has met, at minimum, a fulfilling PvP experience this season lasting 55 days? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments on what you guys think about that. Most importantly, I really want to know how long people think the PvP is going to last in the final zone. Right, and for a recap, so far, we've had, what, 10 hours of PvP between TFS, AFS, BXS, and SXB in Zone 2. And then there was 3 days, 3.5, right, of hardcore fighting in Zone 3 when TFS, AFS, and NOIR were going up against EIS, EIL, BXS, and SXB. And so that's kind of where we're at right now, right? We're 3.5 to 4 days of PvP, but 3.5, right, give or take days of kind of everyone participating. And then again, you have less than a half a day of 2 kingdoms participating. Man, so TFS, AFS pushing them out a little bit right now. But NOIR's been coming back to back so far. I mean, at least from some of they've been walking nonstop. And you also have to consider that as well, right? I think, and someone ought to tell me at least up to this point, because like I said, we're a little over 3.5 hours in, less than 4 hours in. I've already seen more fighting on the TFS AFS side from NOIR than I have AFS TFS fighting on the NOIR side of the map. Now it's still early. They could effortlessly go and start striking on their side. You know, is that indicative of anything? Do they just want to wait until they're touching flags and then just go YOLO and all out? Will it do anything for them at this point, given they're a little behind in territory for the first 4 hours, for them to start going out there and applying pressure on the NOIR side? One of the things I will say is that when you are applying pressure on your opponent's side, more so than they are on your side, it allows for you to have a little bit more map control and freedom in building out. And I think that's pretty clear when you look at, or at least, I guess it could be clear, when you look at the amount of territory so far that has been built up, where you can see, again, them building around here, and basically NOIR is already at the dragon. Now, again, we would have to count exactly how many flags it takes to get to the dragon if you're beelining straight for the dragon, unimpeded, uninterrupted. Right, how many flags does it take? Is it shorter on one side or the other? Is it pretty even? Right, let me see, because has NOIR is basically beelined. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 flags, and they're touching, or I guess, right, we could say 11, 12. I wish it would show the territory. Right? Oh, no, sorry, they're not. Okay, good. So they're building this one. Okay, good. So that'll be 12. Okay, looks like 12, if I can count right. So 12 flags from that area will get you, and we're talking from the pass, 12 flags to there. I guess plus spire, right? So it's 1, 2. I did count spire, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12. Okay, good. I'm not smoking the cracker rockers. So then we'll go. What are we gonna do here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now look at the difference. 1, 2, 3. So the spire flag-wise is actually closer on the NOIR side by 1 flag length. 4, and then we have what looks like 5, 6, 7. Okay, but that's not a hard beeline, right? It would have to be. Wow, yeah, this actually looks like it's a lot farther on the west side. On the west side. So let's do this. So let's go 1. I mean, let's assume 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 would be here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 11 to get here, I would imagine. And then it's 12, 13, maybe 14, 15. So I'm thinking maybe 16. Right, 16, 17? Am I soft? You guys let me know what you think. I'm thinking 16, 17. But that's, again, if I was in an alliance and I did it like that, or if I could like take a square and just move the square, that would be better. So maybe I'm off a bit, but I'll go with 16. I'll go with a soft 16, 17 on that side to get there. If that's the case, that's 4 to 5 flag leagues ahead. And obviously, we'll probably take a look at how things play out with once it finishes. And I'm sure if we looked at some of the other KvKs, I bet you we probably could. Maybe we'll do that in a sec. And we'll take a look and see for those that were able to like literally just beeline, what's the average length. But that was a nice fight that they ended up having. Are there some stragglers over here? No, they're not. They're just hanging out. Okay. Well, that's basically the main fight. So I'd love to know what you guys think on that front. Let's see if there's any other groups right now that have already built to Dragon. I'm just curious right now on how many flags, if we can get an idea. I have to go to Holland Her. Oh, gosh, dude, they're not even built there yet. Oh, come on, you guys are killing me here. You guys are killing me, Smalls. Let's go to. We could always go to 4 as well, which is the BDO Echo group. But let's see. Did they build out Hollandale yet? Okay, they did. Cool. Let's see here. So people have kind of been coming. Okay, this one's semi-accurate. So 1, 2. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 from the right. From this one, 1, 2. This probably could have been 3. Like if he went here, here, here. This looks iffy, man. This looks like it could be 4. 1, 2. Yeah, this looks like 4 to the flag. 5, 6. 6, 7. All right, 4. Sorry, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15 from that one. And then if we're going here, let me see, what do we have? So it looks like 4. Oh, wow. Hang on. Was this pass grab? Oh, wow. So they just went pass spire. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so probably 18 going from that side. And then obviously they didn't go over here, but we can maybe get an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So probably 18 maybe. So what did I say? 16, 17? So that's probably, again, I said that as a soft for how it looks. So, man, that's rough, man. I'm going to say that. That was one of the most major things that we were really looking forward to. And what we thought was going to be one of the updated areas for Final Zone is by having equal flagging distance to the dragon that you're putting in the center. It kind of defeats the whole point of putting the dragon in the middle in a centralized location if you don't have equal flagging distance to the dragon from every pass. Yeah, I don't know. That now I feel a little let down right now. I'm already slightly just less happier currently. I'd love to know what you guys think on that one. I'm sure someone probably has it mapped out already for how many flag lengths it takes from each pass. But already we're seeing advantages and disadvantages, which seems like there's more advantages on the east side compared to the west side of the map for Final Zone as it pertains to getting to the Dragon. So, and yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll have to see what ends up coming up from that. But I am happy that we're at least getting a good amount of PvP and what has been, at least for these first 4 hours, or up to the first 4 hours, pretty much nonstop, right, outside of replenishments from them constantly fighting. So yeah, man, listen, I hope it lasts. I will say, lastly, and I said this in my previous video as well, I hope that the PvP will last at least more than 3 days. And really probably 3.5 days, I would say. And that's only because of if we're just going off of, again, my expectation is a week, because I just think that anything less than a week, it just wouldn't do it for me, and I hope probably wouldn't do it for others. However, they also did a lot of fighting in Zone 3, and they had a couple days to recoup at that point. So yeah, I mean, like I said, would people be okay with 3 to 3.5 days of fighting if it's at minimum at least as much fighting as they got in Zone 3 between these groups? Maybe if you're kind of going like bare minimum, but we'll see. I think at the end of the day, these alliances that are here in Final Zone are happy to get some PvP. It sucks that EIS, EIL, BXS, and SXB are not in the Final Zone to be able to do anything there. And I'm curious right now if we can maybe look at an update. So, interesting. So is SXB pushing? They are. Oh, it's funny. Let's see. So they're building right now. And okay, so they're building. Oh, is NOIR? Are they doing stuff here too? They're not. Wow. So BXS is pushing right now on NOIR. SXB is pushing on TFS. And what's EIL? Are they doing anything? Because part of me feels like this is a golden opportunity for them to do something. So EIS over here. I think it's EIL. No, am I tripping on that? Different zone? Can I not read? No way. That has to be. Oh, they're over there. Okay. So what's going on here? So EIS isn't making a move. EIL isn't making a move. Oh, wait, hang on. Never mind. We got something. So EIL is building right now, but EIS, so maybe they're waiting to connect, and then they're going to make their move. Listen, man, good on you. You stick it to them. Don't let them have all the fun, and you have nothing, right? You deserve the right to get your freak on as well. Okay? Don't just watch from afar. That's weird. So I will be on the lookout to see what happens in tomorrow's daily recap, along with checking. You know what? While we're here, why don't we just check in real quick on what's going on with BDO? And there's other groups as well. Again, I'm not going to do like a full, because I'll probably do a recap or something tomorrow of all the groups. I just wanted to talk about this because this was like the crescendo fighting that started for the first one. But has there been any movement here? Let's see. Oh, wow. So wow. So BDO 2 coming out strong. They've already removed, what, 1 or 2 flags from TK? And then I don't know what's going on here on the Echo side. If they've been... So there's nothing really happening there. Okay. And then nothing's happening down here either. There's something... There's like a couple fronts, too, they could be pushing. But, like, there's just nothing. Like, there's no action going on what looks like 4 or 5 chokes, where we could be seeing some action. But it just looks like it's the TK situation that's happening right now. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what's going to go down. That's going to do it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.